Again, if your hips are tight, a block underneath the sit bone would make it a little nicer because your hips are higher than your knees. But if you're comfortable in a cross-legged position, if you're not, you can sit in hero's pose. And if that's not comfortable, you can extend your legs and sit in a staff pose. So nice tall spine, roll the shoulders up towards the ears, and then just roll them back. Nice big circle. Slow everything right down today. One more in this direction. And let them get nice and heavy. And now bring them forward. 3 big circles forward. Last one. And then just let those shoulders get nice and heavy down the back. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, drop that chin heavy to the chest. Just get a nice stretching through the back of the neck. And while we're here, do that little scan around the body, checking in with the muscles and joints and head space, see how you're feeling today. Take that bit of information with you throughout your practice. Go ahead and let that chin start to float up to the heavens, let that head get heavy. Big stretch. And again, you can always take that lower lip on top of the upper lip, get a nice stretch through the throat and the neck. And now come on back to center. Take a big breath in, grow tall through the spine, and then turn to the right with the head. Big stretch, hold here. Come on back to center, inhale, grow tall. Exhale, take it to the left. And back through center. This time, on the exhale, drop that right ear towards that right shoulder. You've got options here, either hand to head or left fingertips onto the mat, or a combination of the two, but we're working on a nice stretch to the left side of the neck. We hold. And release. Let's switch it up. With the exhale, take that left ear to the mat, left ear to the shoulder. And again, you decide. Find that stretch on the right side. And release, come on up. Go ahead and take that left arm straight up. Have it nice and tight towards the ear. Inhale, grow tall, and on the exhale, leave that sit bone on the mat. Walk the right fingers away. Get a nice side body opening here. Try and bring that arm parallel to the mat, but don't lift that left cheek. And come on up. Let's switch it up. Right hand up, nice and tight towards the ear. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, walk those left fingers away. Big stretch on the right side. Opening up to the intercostals, the rib cage. That right sit bone is grounded. And come on back up. We're going to interlace our fingers. So imagine a big circle that we're holding in between our elbows. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, we're trying to deflate that ball, as we said, those knuckles away, round through the shoulders, opening up through the upper back here. And release. Leave that right hand where it is. Send it straight forward. Big reach. And now let it cross over to the left side. Either taking hand to arm or crux of the elbow. Big reach to the left. Gaze off to the right. You feel a nice stretch into the shoulders here. Come on back to center. Send that palm up. Take a flip and send it in between the shoulder blades. So options here, hand to elbow, taking a strap between the hands if you're working on a bind, or you can clasp your hands coming into a bind. Keeping those arms tight to the body. If you want a little bit more, send those elbows back, open up. And release that. Let's even things out. Left arm out, big reach forward, across the body. Take that left fingers towards the right edge of the mat, and take a peek to the left. Hold here. Notice if one shoulder is a little tighter than the others. We know that we carry tension more on one side of the body. And now coming back to center, up goes that hand, flip the palm, find your tricep stretch here. So again, making any modifications that you need to make, always listen to your body. It will keep you safe. You want more elbows back. And release. Go ahead and take that left hand onto that right knee. Take the right hand behind you. Inhale, grow tall. And then on the exhale, look behind you as we find that twist. So the theory is as we twist through the spine and the core, that we switch blood flow and it helps to cleanse the organs. Come on back to center. Right hand, left knee. Left hand behind you. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, find your twist. And release. Come on back to center. So here you're going to want to extend your legs in staff pose. I'm going to send the arms straight out towards the toes. Take a big breath in, growing tall, and then on the exhale, super slow, we're going to take the spine to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. So we're starting to wake up the belly. Feel the core engage. Come all the way down, relax the arms, relax the head, let the shoulder blades get heavy. And now use your core to imprint through the spine, flatten out through the spine so the navel's melting towards the spine and it's floating up. So you feel really connected through that back body. So the core is working right now just by that. And now we're going to reverse that. We're going to pick the head up, shoulders, nice and slow once again for a little roll up. Coming up to a nice tall stacked spine. Inhale, bring the arms up, big breath in. And this time on the exhale, take a bow. So remember, you've got your strap there that you can take through the arch of your feet. Don't take a full stretch just yet. We're waking up the hamstrings. Let it get used to that stretch first. Maybe as we linger here, we start to melt the heart a little closer. But again, we're in no rush to be anywhere. Inhale, grow tall. Arms are parallel to the mat, towards the toes. Let's take it to a roll down. Again, super slow. Let the shoulders get heavy, hands to the heavens. Last time, we're going to curl up once again. So again, head lifts, shoulders, core is engaged, spine is flat. Nice and slow. Find your staff pose. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, take a bow. So again, maybe we go a little deeper. Maybe we don't. Last breath here, come on up, nice tall stack spine. Once again, we're going to take that spine back down onto the mat. So again, rolling down one vertebrae at a time, core is engaged. When you get all the way down onto your mat, go ahead and float those knees to the chest, ladies. Interlace your fingers on your shins, take it to a little rocket roll. Always nice to start your practice this way. And of course, you know, the closer your knees are to your chest, the higher on the spine that massage is. And as we float those knees away, we start to play with where that massage migrates to, a little lower down the spine. And now while we're here, go ahead and separate those knees, float the feet to the heavens, find your happy baby. So either clasping the outside of the arches of the feet, your shins, or your strap across the arches. We're going to take it to a little roll. We're going to get playful here with our baby. Then we're going to send one leg away as we float one knee to the mat. Switch it up. And now come on back to center. Let those heels get heavy towards the buttocks. We're going to take the hands to the knees and just make some circles. Getting into the hips here. 3 big circles in one direction. A little pause, send it the other way. Once again, take a little pause, send those legs straight up, point the toes, flex, point, and flex. So again, little motion for the ankles, waking up all the joints. Now, taking the hands alongside of the body, we're going to come into plow pose. Now, if you don't like plow pose, go ahead and stay where you are. But if you are inclined, start to get into the small of the back. We're going to have the hands alongside of the body, and we're going to start to lift the sit bones up as we send those toes in behind the head. Should feel a nice opening through the small of the back. Welcome to support the lower back. Welcome to take those knees alongside the ears, whatever feels good. Hold here. And then once again, go ahead and take that spine up. Ladies, we're going to leave the legs where they are to start. We're going to take those hands onto that right leg, gently clasping around the calf area. We're going to float neck, head, and shoulders up. We're going to send that left leg down. Curling up a little bit more, switch the legs out. And switch. So that's one. We're going for 10. Really curl in, really imprint the spine onto the mat. Last one each side. Go ahead, bring both those legs up, relax neck, head, and shoulders. Taking the arms alongside of the body. Now you have options here. If you want to grab a leg weight, you're more than welcome to do that. If you don't want any weights, that's okay. But if you're grabbing weights, palms to the heavens, pull up neck, head, and shoulders. And we're just going to go ahead and send those fingers towards the front of the mat, scooping in for 10, 9. So shoulders are lifted. Hold here, lower the right leg down, come on up and left. Once again, we're going for 10. So we're sitting the hips and that bottom rib a little closer together. That's the engagement in the core. Last one each side. Go ahead and release neck, head, and shoulders. Let those weights soften. We're going to bring those legs together and now flex at the knees. Knees are going to be above the hips. Once again, really imprint through that lower back. Weights are in the hands. We're going to pull up through the neck, head, and shoulder gently. So imagine a string at the chest. And don't curl in through the neck. Open up through the heart. The heart floats up. And now from here, we're going to send those fingers to the mat one more time for 10. Should get more of a curl here. 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. We're going to open up, bringing the soles of the feet together. You decide how close those heels are to the torso. We're going to take those hands to heart center, taking those hands in between the knees. Again, we're imprinted. On the exhale, pull up neck, head, and shoulders. Take those weights toward the front of the mat for 10. 4, 3, 2. Last one we're holding here, ladies, for 10. Again, those hips and that bottom rib are getting even closer. And release. Go ahead and take those weights off to the side. Bring those knees together. Float those toes to the mat. Take those knees off to the right. Find a nice twist. Shine that left hip towards the heavens. Back is flat. Gaze can either be straight up to the heavens or you can take it off to the left. Your choice and hold. So remember, listen to your body, modify when you need to, take a break when you need to. Your practice, your rules, always. Take your gaze back up towards the heavens. Interlace your fingers in behind the head. With that hip shining onto the mat and that right hip stuck to your mat, we're going to float those shoulders and head up And now we're going to crunch and work in the obliques for 10, 9. Keep those knees nice and tight. 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold here. And now 10 little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 3, 2, 1. Hold and release. Go ahead and flip those knees up to the heavens. Toes to the mat. Big breath in on the exhale. Knees get heavy to the mat. Shine that right hip to the heavens. You feel a nice stretch here. And once again, we're going to take the gaze up either to the heavens or off to the right, your choice. Get a nice stretch before we progress. Come on back to center. When you're ready, hands behind the head, support that head. Keep that left hip grounded. Float neck, head, and shoulders up. We're away for 10. Curl in. Bring that rib and hip tighter together. Hold here. Now 10 pulses for 10. 3, 2, hold, and release. Come on back to center. Bring those toes back to center. Now, ladies, this time what we're going to do, we're going to leave those knees slightly ahead of the hips. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together, and we're going to float those feet up off the mat. Hands are going to support here. And we're just going to gently encourage those knees away while we squeeze the feet together. So you're getting a nice little stretch on the inner thighs. Go ahead and release that. Come on to that left side. So the knees are going to come to the left. We're going to come on up onto our forearms. Feet are together. Knees are stacked. And now we're going to take the knees up. From here, we're going to float the feet up, slightly in line with the hips. And then we're going to take that right knee away for 10, 9. Really opening up through that right glute. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 10 more. I almost sounded like a commercial there for a second. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and take those feet down. And we're just going to roll on to the other side. I'm going to switch it up so I can see you. So once again, feet to the mat, to our knees to the mat. Support, toes to the mat, bring that left knee up. Float that right knee up. Bring those feet parallel to the hips. And now coming into your clams for 10. So you get a little bit better range of motion. It's a little more difficult when the knees are on the mat. You can always take it to the mat if this is too much. But your core is more engaged as well. Last time, 10 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on your backs. Bring the soles of the feet together. And again, let those knees get heavy. So we're getting that nice stretch. You're welcome to take the hands onto your thighs. Opening up just a little bit more. Again, you decide how close those heels are to your buttocks. So you're going to want your strap fairly handy. We're going to call on it momentarily. But before we do, once again, you're going to go ahead and grab a weight. Any denomination that you want. We're imprinted through the small of the back. We're going to take those weights forward towards the knees. And now pull up neck, head, and shoulders one more time. Send the weights to the front of the mat for 10. Curling in, 9. 3, 2. Last one, we just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. We're going to bring those feet in line with the knees. We're going to bring the weight just above the chest. And we're gonna take those shins parallel to the mat. Now taking that weight towards the heavens, we're gonna pull neck, head, and shoulders up gently off the mat as we send the weights up for 10, curling in, 9, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold here, 10 pulses, 10, 9, 8, and release. Go ahead and take those feet down. Ladies, we're gonna hold on to our weight if you're using one. Gently pull neck, head, and shoulders up. We're gonna come to a sitting position to start. So walk the feet away. So you've got this nice V between the feet and the hips. We're gonna take it to a Russian twist here. So weights are in our hands if you're using them. We're gonna start to curl down so we can feel the core engage. Now from here, we're gonna turn to the right for a tap, center, and left. You want it a little harder, float those feet up for 10, 9, 8. Really rotating through. 3, 2, and 1. Come on up, feet down. Go ahead and take that weight back. Just to make it a little harder, and send the legs straight out. If you're happy with the knees bent, that's fine too. We're gonna roll down. Nice and slow, core's engaged. All the way down. Go ahead, reach for that elastic. Take the knees towards the chest. We're gonna take that band onto the arches of the feet. So you want to have a little tautness in that elastic. So we're still engaging through the outsides of the legs. We're going to take those knees above the chest. We're going to start to come into our bicycles, ladies. So taking the hands in behind the head. Before you send those legs away, we're going to imprint, pull that head and shoulders up. Now leaving that left leg where it is and the right leg away, right elbow, left knee. Slow it down for 10. Really send that leg away. Imprint to the small of the back. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Come on back to center. Take the elastic to the ankles this time. Send those legs straight up. Back is imprinted. Hands can be anywhere you like that's comfortable for you. And we're just going to pull those legs apart for 10. Slow. Pull them apart, hold for a moment, then bring them back. 8. Really working the outsides of the legs, your abductors. 4, 3, 2, last one, hold here as far as you can. Now 10 pulses, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold and release the tension, but you still have some tension there. Taking the arms alongside of the body. If you're more comfortable, you can take them underneath your sit bones. We're going to lower those legs down. The goal is not how close those legs can get to the floor. The goal is to keep that spine flat. So when you're ready, little tension on the elastic. We're still working the abductors. We're going to start to bring those legs down. The moment you feel, it's got to go slow because the moment you feel you're going to lose control of the spine on the mat, they come back up. That's 1. We got 9 more. Take it slow. By working slow, you're giving the muscle fibers an opportunity to be recruited and to do their thing. When you see people at the gym muscling through at record speed, your muscles don't have an opportunity to engage. Notice how much harder you have to work when you slow things down as well. Breathe. We're always exhaling on the most difficult part of the exercise. Last one. Take it as low as you can without leaving the spine from the mat. And now we're going to scissor back and forth for 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back to center. We're going to bring the knees toward the chest so we can take that elastic above the knees this time. Little separation so the knees are in line with the hip, feet come onto the mat. We're coming into our bridge pose, ladies. So when you're ready, once again, we're imprinting. Arms are alongside the body. Take that curve from the spine away as we imprint, tailbone lifts, and now send those hips up, nice and slow. When they come up, really root through the heels, engage the glutes, float those hips a little higher. Come on down. Spine, curved spine comes back first. We imprint, and we're up. So again, still a little tension on the elastic. Still working the abductors, imprint, up go the hips, really root through those heels. Two more. Last one, we're going to keep those hips high. 9, root through those heels, hips up, relax. One more time, imprint, up go the hips, they stay here. Root through the heels, can those hips go a little higher. Now keeping those hips nice and high, we're going to repel the knees for 10, 9, feel the glutes working, 8, slow it down. 3, 2, hold here as far as you can, a little pulse for 10, 8, don't let those hips sag, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring those knees back in line, lower down, and again, up for 10, slow. Let that curve come back, we imprint, we're up. Three more, ladies. Imprint and up for 3, for 2. Don't miss the opportunity to float those hips a little higher. Last one, we're going to stay up. Imprint, up, and 10, 9, 8, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold here. Keeping that tension, 10 little pulses. Last set, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back in line with the hips. Slowly take the spine back down onto the mat. Once you get there, take those knees to the chest, little rock and roll. And now come on back to center. Bring those knees up above the hips. Again, we want some tension in the elastic. Ladies, you can have your hands alongside the body you want, or in a T or a stop sign. What you don't want to do is use the arms. We're going to float those hips up off the mat, engaging the lower abdominals. So again, try not to cheat. When you're ready, imprint, pull those hips up for 10, 9. Don't lose your arms. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, and go ahead and float those feet back down on the mat. We're going to find your weights, coming into a little bit of chest work here. We're going to take those elbows in line with the shoulders. And we're going to take those weights up towards the heavens and then bring them together and squeeze them. So imagine a pencil between the breasts that you're hugging. Come on back down, elbows back down in line with the shoulders. That was 1. We've got 10. Squeeze. So we're not just floating those weights up, we're squeezing them together. Squeeze. 3, 2. Last one, leave those weights there. When you're ready, we're going to pull those weights up towards the heavens, lifting the neck, head, and shoulders. We're up for 10, squeeze in. 9, 8, 3, 2. Last one, hold here and release. We're going to keep those weights together this time, ladies. Elbows nice and tight. No, don't hit yourself in the head. We're going to take those weights in behind the head for 10 and extend. So we're working the triceps here. 9, 3, 2. Last one. Go ahead and bring those weights down alongside the body. We're going to take right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. Get heavy through the shoulder blades and just float the head up and just take it to a little roll from side to side. A little massage for the shoulders. And back to center. Now, while that elastic is still on the thighs, we're going to come onto our bellies. Now, you can support the head with the hands. You can take the head to the mat, whatever you're comfortable with. Leave that left leg extended, bend that right knee. We take that foot towards the heavens. We're going to keep that left hip grounded. Come on up for 10, as high as you can, nice and slow, and back down. Should feel your glutes engage. 3. Last one, keep that leg up. Give me 10 pulses. 10. And release. Go ahead and extend through that right leg. Bend that left knee. And when you're ready, take that heel to the heavens for 10. Again, float that hip up as high as you can. We'll give them a nice stretch soon, I promise. And this is the last one. Keep it high. 10 pulses. And release. Go ahead and extend that leg back. Ladies, we're going to take the hands alongside the chest. So keeping the legs where they are, in line with the hips, tops of the feet on the mat. Baby cobra to start. Take a big breath in on the exhale. Come on up. Open up through the heart. Shoulders are back. Heart's extended. Waking up the back. And release. We'll do this 2 more times. You're welcome to take it a little deeper each time. Once again, big breath in. On the exhale, come on up. Again, don't let those shoulders float up towards the ears. We want them relaxed down the back. Find an opening through the front of those hip flexors at the same time. And release. Last time, big breath in, and then on the exhale, take it to your expression of this pose. Find that stretch that feels so delicious today. And release. We're going to bring those legs together. We're going to take the hands alongside the chest and send those heels back for shell pose. Sorry, send those hips back to the heels. Forehead to the mat, arms alongside the body, palms up, let everything go. So we're letting that head get heavier in the mat. We're letting that tailbone get heavier towards the mat. And we're letting the shoulders just soften and round. And hold. And now slowly come on up. We're going to start to come onto our sit bones. We're going to bring those legs forward. But while we're doing this, we're going to shimmy that elastic down to the ankles. Send those legs straight out. Before we start moving again, let's take a nice big stretch one more time. Take a big breath in. Exhale, take a bow. Notice how those hamstrings are feeling. Are they warming up a bit? And release, come on. You know where we're going. Go ahead and leave that left leg heavy on the mat. Pull those right toes towards the shin on the right side. Keep the spine nice and tall. Float that right leg up. Try not to lean too far back. By nature, you will a bit, but try and control that as much as you can. So when you're ready, right leg comes up. 10. Feel the tension on that quadricep. 9. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here. Give you 10 more pulses. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Feel that quad working. 2, 1. Hold, release. Take breath in. Grow tall. Exhale, take it back. And release. Nice tall spine. We're going to leave that right leg heavy, left toes towards the shin. Again, engage the core, grow a little taller, and then when you're ready, that left leg's going to come up. 10. Feel the tension. 9. 4, 3. Last one. Stay here. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold and release. Inhale, grow tall. It's hard to keep that spine tall. It's going to float back no matter how much you try. Exhale, bow. And release, come up. Now this time we're going to take it all the way back down onto the mat. So again, nice and slow. Same as when we did our roll-ups. We're going to roll back. Core is engaged. We take it slowly. And then when the entire spine is on the mat, we're going to roll onto our right side. So again, you can keep your arm supporting your head. You can come onto your elbow. It's whatever's more comfortable for you. We're going to soften through that left knee. We're going to extend through that right leg. So toes are forward. We're rolling forward slightly so that right hip is kind of pointing towards the floor on an angle of 45, but that leg's parallel. So let's take that leg up for 10, 9, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold here. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Notice the common theme here. It's in the tush. Release that. Please roll onto your backs. I'm going to flip sides so I can see you. Once again, you decide how you want to support the upper body. Softness in that bottom knee. Rolling that left hip slightly towards the mat. That leg is parallel. When you're ready, take it up for 10, 9, 'Slight bend in that knee. 3, 2. Last one. Hold here. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold and release. Release. Take it to your tummies. Leave the elastic right where it is. Again, support the forehead. We have the tops of the feet on the mat to start. And now if you want to take it, we're going to work the right side first. If you want to take the right toes to the mat, you can. If you want to keep those toes extended and the top of the foot on the mat, yogi's choice. Left side is going to stay quiet. We're going to send that right heel towards the heavens for 10. Slow. 9. Feel the elastic engage. 4. Last one, hold here, 10 pulses. Hold and release. Right side's gonna stay quiet. We're gonna work the left side. So again, toes to the mat or top of the foot of the mat, yogi's choice. Relax with the neck, head and shoulders, and when you're ready, take that left leg up for 10, 9, 3, 2, last one, hold here, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Ladies, bring the big toes together, take the hands alongside of the chest. Big breath in, exhale, send it back, find the child's pose. Take those knees apart. If you prefer shell pose, your choice. Soften the hips towards the heels, melt the belly towards the mat, relax the forehead. Now walking the hands to the right, there's that side body stretch one more time. Maybe the left hand floats on top of the right, send that left hip back, we hold here. And then walk it through center. A lot of stuff going on here. Good. Maybe left hand, maybe right hand floats over left, send that right hip back. Hold here. Walking on back to center. We're gonna come up onto our knees. Take the toes to the mat just so that we can take that elastic off. Let's get on the switch here. We're gonna come into hero's pose. So we're gonna open up to the quadriceps. So if you already know that you don't like hero's pose, you're gonna take it up to the standing position and you're gonna take that heel towards the buttocks, keeping that knee in line with the hips. But if you are welcome to hero's pose, knees are in line with the hips, tops of the feet are on the mat, and the sit bones are in between those knees. We're gonna press down through those knees into the mat. You can take it as far back as you want. If your quads are really open, take that spine all the way to the mat. Press those knees in, and we're gonna hold here. We'll do 2 rounds, so that those are standing. You can do it on both sides. So hold here. Send the energy from the hip to the knee through the floor. We hold. Go ahead and release that. If you're in hero's pose, we're gonna come on up for a second. For those that are standing, you're gonna get ready to do the left side. There's nothing wrong if your balance is a little wiggly this morning. If you want to grab a chair. Once again, take a big breath in, and when you're ready on the exhale, find your stretch on the left side. Now, for us that are doing heroes, you're doing both sides simultaneously. But again, you're sending energy from the hips, through the knees, through the floor, pressing through the knees, opening up through those quadriceps. We'll hold here. Last breath here. If you're standing, you're going to step out of your elastic. We're going to come up on a hero's pose. Oh, we're already out of our elastic, my bad. And then we're going to come right into standing pose. So again, have the hands alongside of the thighs, on top of the thighs, and slide your way down, finding your first forward fold, let everything go. Hands can be on blocks, they can be on mats, they can be opposite hand to opposite elbow, wrapped around the legs, whatever you like. But let that head get heavy. Maybe a little movement through the neck feels nice. Root through those heels. If you want more, send those hips back behind the heels. Opening up the hamstrings a little bit more, we hold here. Go ahead and rise up, big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a bow. Take the hands to the mat, walk your hands forward as we send those feet back, downward dog, walk it out. Let those heels get heavy. Opening up through the calf muscle. Now we did a little bit of everything today. We're gonna work the calves a little bit more since we haven't really done a ton for them. We're gonna take those left toes onto the right heel. Let that right heel drop as close to the mat as you can. Find that stretch and now take that heel away. Rooting down to the ball mounds of the feet and the toes for 10. Nice and slow. Calves do a lot of work for us. They don't get a lot of love. 4, 3, 2, last one. Come on down. Take those left toes to the mat. Take those right toes onto that left heel. Let that left heel get heavy. Open up to the calf muscle first on the side. Notice any differences from one side to the other. And then when you're ready, root to the ball mounds of the toes. Lift that heel up for 10, 9, 4, 3, 2, last one. Slowly come on down and walk it. Take a great big breath in. Exhale, float forward to plank, just for a breath. Exhale, lower down. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, cobra or up dog, yogi's choice. I want you to think about which plank you want to do. I'm going to do a low plank because my line's still in. And high plank's a little tough for me right now. Go ahead and lower down. Belly to mat. Let everything relax. Figure out which plank you're going to do. We're going to do a 1.5-minute plank today, ladies. If you need to take your knees to the mat, you're more than welcome to do that. If you want to start with your knees on the mat, go to your toes, flip back and forth again. Your practice, your rules. You decide. When you're ready. On 3, on 2, on 1, we're up. So keep those elbows nice and tight underneath the shoulders. Navel is towards the spine. It's like a little J. We're taking it back and up. Forehead is over the knuckles or forward with the elbows underneath the shoulders. If you're in a high plank, don't arch in the back. Don't let the belly float towards the mat. So again, you need to take a break, you take a break. You got this. Would you believe we're halfway done? We are. Last 30 seconds. That's been a minute, ladies. Could be worse if we do 2 minutes. 20 seconds. Feel the shake. We got 10. 5. You got this. Take it down. So again, shell pose or child's pose, send those hips back. Let everything get heavy, we hold. And release, come on up. Come on to your arms one more time. We're coming into a side plank this time. Now, if you want to, you can hold a weight just to give yourself a bit more challenge up. You don't have to. So again, you decide if you're coming to your elbows or if you're coming to your hands onto the mat, yogi's choice. So again, send those legs out. You can stay on your knees if you prefer. When you're ready, we're up. We hold. So remember what side you started on. We're going to switch it to the other side momentarily. So we're doing a 30-second side plank here, working the obliques. Take those hips up. Really engage the core. And come on down. I'm going to set up for the other side. We're almost done before we stretch. Once again, when you're ready, with or without your weights, on knees or on feet, you decide, and we're up. Hold here. I don't know where this class went, my goodness. Almost there. And release that, come on down. Take it right onto your belly, ladies. Hands alongside of the chest. One more time. Take a big breath. Then we're coming into cobra. Exhale, come on. That nice stretch into the back. And release. We're going to send the arms forward. Hips stay nice and grounded. Opposite arm, opposite leg. We're just going to do a few of these before we take it to our final stretch. When you're ready, right arm, left leg, pull them away. Release. Switch it up. For 10. 9. 5 as you can. Last one on each side. And release. Ladies, we're going to roll onto our backs. Once you get there, take those knees to the chest, give yourself a well-deserved rock and roll. And come on back to center. We're going to go ahead and we're going to send those legs straight out. So here you may want your strap handy. One final time, we're going to roll up, engage the core. So shoulders and head are off the mat. And gently roll up one vertebrae at a time. And this way. We're going to take that right ankle onto that left thigh. We're going to let that right knee get nice and heavy. So again, strap here is a nice option for you if you'd like. Grow nice and tall. Encourage that knee. So don't push it. Gently encourage it towards the mat. So we're opening up through the glutes. We did a lot of work for them today. Take a big breath in on the exhale. We take a bow. And please come on up. While we're here, we're going to slide that right knee over the left. Now you're welcome to stay here. This is half cow facing. So if your hips are tight, this is a great place to stay. If you're a little bit more open, you can bend that bottom knee. So the knees are stacked. We walk the feet a little further away. Should feel a nice juicy stretch into that right glute. As we lean forward, keep the sit bones grounded. Melt the heart towards the legs. So this may be as far as you want to go, but really root down through that right cheek. You should feel a nice opening. If you want a little bit more, allow the body to soften over the legs and hold. Slowly come up. We're going to unravel those legs and just switch it up. Send that right leg out. When you're ready, send that left ankle under that right thigh. I'm thinking that we didn't do enough arms today, but we'll do that next time. So again, let that knee get nice and heavy. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, we take a bow. So again, strap is there to encourage that heart towards the legs a little bit more, rooting down to the sit bone, extending through the spine. And release, coming up. So again, either leaving that bottom leg straight or half cow facing, or bending it, coming into full cow facing. If the hips allow, we walk those feet a little further apart. Take a big breath in, and then on the exhale, we start to lean forward again. Don't let those cheeks lift them behind you. Keep them glued to the mat. We start to walk the hands forward. We start to melt the heart. We find that delicious stretch. And again, pay attention to what hip is a little tighter. Very telling on how we move through the day, how we stand, how we position ourselves in our desks. Let everything just soften. And now go ahead and release them. Please go ahead and unravel those legs. Just give them a little shake. One final time, we're going to take our spines back down onto the mat. One vertebrae at a time. So don't miss the opportunity to wake up those core. One final time. Cores engaged. We soften. All the way down. Final time, knees to the chest. Either happy baby or a roll, you decide. But as you roll from side to side, I'm going to ask you one final time to check in with the body. Notice any changes now versus when you first started class. Think about how you might like to spend final shavasana. And if you have come to that conclusion already, I invite you to make your way into whatever version of shavasana will serve you best today. Don't be afraid to use any prompts that you have to make your stay on the mat that much more comfortable. But find your happy place. Close everything down, quiet the mind, quiet the body. No tension in the brow, no tension in the jaw. Let the shoulder blades get heavy as they feel expansive. Let the sit bones get heavy. Feet, the heels get heavy. Take a great big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale through the mouth. 2 more times, just like that. Big breath in. Final time. In through the nose. Exhale. Now soften. Just a little bit more into your mats with each exhalation. Quiet everything down. Slowly, kindly, and gently going to start to bring some awareness back to our bodies. As always, anything that seems right for you. But let's start with the extremities. Working your way towards the torso. Moving off the head. Make a great big full body stretch. Feels delicious. Perhaps you want to roll onto one side. Settling for a breath. And of course, in your own way, in your own time, we'll find a seated position. A nice tall stack spine. Bring the hands to the heart, out of that heart and gratitude. Always grateful for what we can do on our mats. Always grateful for each other with which to practice. It keeps us true to our mats. I honor the place in you where the whole universe resides, and you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me. We are one. Namaste.